Did you know that if you're not eating enough carbs as an athlete, you're killing your gains, decreasing your max performance each workout, and potentially even losing muscle? In this video, you'll learn how many grams of carbs you should ideally be aiming to consume each day, depending on what type of athlete you are and the activity levels that you are partaking in. But before we get to that, you must first understand what carbs are and the role that they play in your body's function. Carbs are one of the 3 macronutrients that you always hear about: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. While protein is all about repairing and building tissue, carbohydrates are your body's main source of energy. They are what provides the fuel for your body and your mind throughout all physical activity to allow you to perform at your peak and maintain top levels of focus. Without carbs, your performance, endurance, and even recovery can take a serious hit. Now, how exactly does this work? When you eat carbs, your body breaks them down into glucose, which is a simple sugar that enters your bloodstream. This glucose is used as immediate fuel to power your body through your workouts, runs, or any other physical activity that you are partaking in. But here's the key: your body doesn't just use carbs in that very moment. Any excess glucose gets stored in your muscles or your liver as what is called glycogen, which is used as your body's fuel reserve. When you're working out hard, especially in high intense training sessions or long games, your body taps into these glycogen storages to keep you going strong. Without enough glycogen, you'll feel fatigued. Your performance will drop and you won't be able to push yourself to that top level to get the most out of your training sessions and perform as best as you possibly can in your games and competitions. That is why making sure you're fueling your body with the adequate amount of carbs is essential to your performance as an athlete. Now, after your workouts, carbs also play a critical role in recovery. When you train, your glycogen stores are pulled from and depleted. By eating carbs after exercise, you're refueling those stores to get your body ready to perform for you again. Pairing carbs with protein helps repair the muscle tissue and helps you get to peak condition faster. A not commonly known fact is not giving the body enough carbs can even lead to muscle loss, especially in athletes. When glycogen stores are too low, your body starts to search for alternative energy sources, often turning to protein and muscle mass as sources of fuel. And that is something no athlete wants. We work too hard for our muscle gains to lose them like that. But now that you understand the science behind it all, how many grams of carbs do you actually need a day? The amount of carbs that you need a day depends on things such as training intensity, training duration, and your overall goals. Let's break it down step by step. For an average recreational athlete, someone who partakes in light athletic activity, 2 to 3 grams of carbs per pound of body weight will be sufficient for their body's needs. But for athletes involved in more intense training sessions, the amount of carbs per day increases. Those partaking in moderate training should aim for consuming 3 to 5 grams of carbs per pound of body weight. For those partaking in heavier training, aiming to consume around 5 to 7 grams of carbs per pound of body weight is generally a better rule of thumb. For strength and power athletes like football players and weightlifters, carbs are key for providing the quick energy needed for the explosive movements that are being completed in their training. In this case, 50 through 60% of their daily caloric intake should be from carbs. For athletes involved in heavy endurance training, things like cycling and long distance running, the carb intake should be generally around 8 through 10 grams of carbs per pound of body weight per day. Heavy endurance athletes like runners or cyclists require a much greater amount of carbs because their glycogen stores play a huge role in providing the energy they need through their long duration activities. These types of athletes should shoot for 60 through 70% of their daily caloric intake being from carbs to keep their performance at its peak. It's best to focus on consuming complex carbs like oats, whole grains, sweet potatoes, and other things of that sort because they provide better sustained energy than processed carbs and sugary foods do, which cause quick crashes and spikes and are not good for long-term performance. We could get more into that though in a different video. Hopefully this video helped you understand why carbs are essential to your energy, recovery, and overall performance as an athlete. Subscribe so you never miss a tip. Fuel your body right and you'll unlock new levels of strength, endurance, and overall athletic performance. Leave any questions or comments you guys got in the comment section. Hit that like and subscribe so you guys never miss out on a video that's going to aid you guys in your athletic journeys. Now implement the knowledge you guys just gained and get to work. Peace.